Good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to thank you, QED Communications, for inviting us and to give us the opportunity to give our opinion about EU public procurement rules. There are many subjects that can be treated here, so we chose when we prepared this presentation to focus on what is important for us at the moment. So let's begin by what does it represent in France. In France, public procurement, according to the Ministry of Economy, is representing about 61 billion euro a year. Last numbers are from 2010, I think. Local authorities represent about 26 billion euro. It means about 50,000 authorities, because we have a lot of local authorities. Hospitals, about 2,000 organizations, represent 18 billion euro, and it's almost 30% of the public procurement. And central government represents about 70 billion euro, and it's 28%. Not including, of course, all sensitive subjects, so like defense, weapons, and so on. So what do we do? My organization is a non-profit organization. It aims at two things. First, it aims at pooling purchasing, and it aims also at professionalizing hospital buyer. We have different activity. In Paris area, we are a GPO. We have 125 members. We purchase about, our scope is about 1.5 billion euro. And we do pool together purchasing in order to save, but also to increase, and I do want to insist, to increase the quality of what we buy. We buy commodities, we buy service, we buy drug, everything. Everything. We also have a national program. Actually, the Health Ministry have a big program called FOR, and it aims at saving about 1 billion euro in 3 years. And we do support in other regions. We aim at help to pool at the regional level the other region. And we have some European and also world activities. We are member of the EHPA, it's European Health Procurement Alliance. We animate and coordinate the procurement chapter at the International Hospital Federation, and we also are leading, we were speaking about with someone, the HAPPY project. It means Health Aging Public Procurement of Innovation. I will speak about a little bit. So when we prepare, we thought that there were 3 main points, which could be promote, and which means modernizing public procurement rules. First, improving the dialogue between buyers and suppliers. The second one is promoting innovation and research. I will show how. And 3, using tools to achieve policy goals like environmental, social, SMEs. So what does it mean? First, improving the dialogue between buyers and suppliers. And I do agree with the other panelists. Promoting the negotiation is now something which is not vital, but we have the maturity. Buyers now have the maturity to negotiate. We have the technology. I can negotiate, and so we can negotiate in transparency with non-discrimination. So this is quite a good level. And if you think about it, when I buy something under the European threshold, I can negotiate. When I over the threshold, I cannot. So right now, people have the maturity, and they do ask us how they can negotiate. We use the negotiation in a lot of procedure, like for what was the name? The medicines, you know, with Pentin medicine. That's it. Yes, Pentin. We do use that. We do use when the budget is overcome. We always try to negotiate, but I think it should be right now a rules, and the project of directive should take that in account. The other thing is fostering dematerialization of the whole process. We are focusing on procedure. We are focusing on dematerialization of the process of tendering. The bid, they do bid now by a dematerialization. About, I think in my organization, about 30 or 40% of the enterprise do bid by the dematerialization. But the other, I would say, the other project must be pushed is the whole process. Like big pharmaceutical have some system who can dematerialize the bill, who can dematerialize the order, and I think this is the next thing directive should deal with. The third thing is finding the right level of purchasing. I do insist. We do believe that the right level is, generally speaking, the region, the area, like Paris area. This is when you want to buy, it preserves the SME, and you are enough big to be able to challenge industry. But sometimes you have to be bigger. I was discussing with some laboratory, and he told me, you know, even if you are a big buyer in France, I do my business by, my strategy is like continental. So you're not enough big to be taking account. So, and this is a quite good thing in the directive. The ability and the capacity to pool between GPOs could be a very good level, because when you get bigger and bigger, just for some commodities and not for all, bigger and bigger, you can have the right interlocutor, in fact. So you can improve your business and you can improve your purchase. So I think this is a very good thing in the directive. How to promote innovation and research. Innovation and research are, we all know that, the best way to foster growth and to foster job creation. So when we are thinking about how to do that, we are quite now pursued that society, enterprise, are part of the performance of hospitals. And they are able to invest, to help hospitals to challenge, to be better and better in their supply chain or so on. But they do want to have a long-term contract. And so I think we should have more flexibility to be able to not make a partnership, but to help our hospital to be helped by industry. And I think it's very good thing, because they have the information. They know how you buy, they know how you could buy better. We do introduce clauses to get this. Developing pre-commercial procurement, the PCP. The PCP is a very good thing, because when you have some hospitals in France who make a lot of research, they do spend a lot of time, they spend a lot of money, and this is the thing we don't have, not yet. It's the capacity of industrializing. You know, we must challenge the industry and help us to promote those great invention. And there are some figure in the directive, and I think it's a very good thing too. And also developing public procurement of existing innovation. I was speaking of the APIC project. This is the thing. We do sourcing. We are sourcing in different countries the innovations, and we will use our capacity, our mass, our capacity to broadcast, to widespread the innovation. And this is, I think, the future of some purchasing, when you have the mass. Using tools to achieve policy goals. First of all, how to make the SMEs access to public procurement. Of course, decreasing administrative formality. This is one thing we should think about. And there is in the directive an article called about the EU passport. I think this is the name, I think. And this is quite a very good thing because it will allow SMEs to bid better and better. But if we could, I don't know if there are some members of the Parliament, but if we could add to the EU passport the fact that they have paid their tax and they are okay with their social obligation, it would be greater. Promoting education on how to use environmental criteria. In France, for long years we are using environmental criteria, but actually the fact is that some people don't know how to use it. Because you were speaking about life cycle cost, but how do I do that? When I'm alone in my organization and they ask me to promote that. No, I think it's okay for the environmental. It's very, very important. But now we should train. We should broadcast the widespread information about that. And also social criteria. I didn't see the social criteria in the directive, but it could be quite a very good thing for not only hospitals, but it could secure some procedure, I think. To conclude, I would say that the project is very, very good, but we will have to assume a lot of changes. And in few time, we'll have to, I think, develop the training. But not only you can do all what you want with rules, but people have to take them in account. They have to train. They have to be taught sometimes. I think the next step will be in the information system. We have quite failure, I think, in that point, and maybe to harmonize. When I was speaking about the capacity and for GPO to go to cross-border, to make cross-border tender, they will be able to choose the legislation. So we will have to harmonize a lot of things, I think, between the country, and maybe the next time we will speak about supply chain, because I think this is the next level in public procurement. Thanks a lot.